Welcome to No Stats, what we call it, how we see it. Peach, we done made it to the Sweet 16, bro. We had a number of upsets. Some things that kind of went chalk with the teams like Alabama and Texas that we were liking early on. I know we did our complete bracket prediction, but we're going to do a little bit of reviewing, and then we also going to take it from here where we make our predictions from the Sweet 16 to the national championship.
Yeah, hear that? We get a second chance. We get a second chance. That first bracket didn't go all the way.
Hell no. When Furman won, I'm like, all right, we looking good. After that, bro, it was done.
It was a couple times, too, that you was like, we're going to go with this one, but I know this team is going to win.
Yeah. But I feel like it was both ways, though, because I forget, it was somebody else I like, and you was like, I don't know, bro. Did you bring up Princeton? I thought you brought up. I think you said that they could make some noise, so that was a good one. But I'm gonna bring the bracket up, so we can go through these. Let me know when you can see it.
All right, we locked in, baby.
Say no more. All right, so we had Alabama and Maryland in the round of 32. Alabama won that one, and then San Diego State.
No, bro, we actually had West Virginia on that
we did. We did have West Virginia. We did have that West Virginia. You're absolutely right. Either way, Bama beat them.
So it didn't even matter.
Yeah, for sure. We did have Charleston and Furman, but San Diego State is real. I think I kind of slept on them just being in the conference at the end.
You think they're real enough to get out of this Alabama matchup?
Heck no. I think Alabama's playing the best basketball, bro.
They are. They looking for.
They look good. They look really good, bro. They're not playing with teams. So we're gonna start here. We're gonna get right into it. We got Alabama and San Diego State. Give me your thoughts, bro. How you feeling about this matchup? I don't think San Diego State stands a chance, but that's just me. Maybe you see something different in this game.
Nah, I agree, man. Alabama's rolling right now, and like I had said in the beginning, in the last video we did, I think with all the things revolving around the situation that happened earlier this year, I think this team has came more together going forward, and I think they're using this as like motivation to push forward to to make a Final Four bid. So I really can't see Alabama dropping this game right now.
Agreed. All right, we're going to go ahead and fill Alabama in there early. All right, now we got Creighton. Creighton was a team that I liked early on, but I just thought Baylor and Keontae George and them dudes and the guards that they had on that team, they would be able to beat Creighton. But Creighton pulled it off. And then we also got this Princeton team who
that's rolling right now.
Beat Arizona and then basically was controlling that entire game against Missouri. They're a hot team right now. So give me your prediction with this Creighton Princeton game.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought that NC State was gonna upset Creighton. I know me and you both agreed on Creighton, but I was a big NC State fan. I love their backcourt. They wasn't able to get it done, and then we was rolling with Baylor as well. Creighton got us there. I'm going to go with the momentum team here, Princeton. We always get that one team.
Princeton, Alabama, Elite Eight. I'm rocking,
bro. Like, I just think that, you always have that one team in a tournament that's just rolling with the momentum. They're 15th seed, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, they're 15th seed, right? Yep, 2-15.
Yeah, they are. They're
bro,
15.
I thought FDU was going to be that team. Who else? It was another team. It'll maybe come as we go more through the bracket, but I think Princeton is that team that's going to continue to turn a lot of heads. So
I'm not going to say I agree. I think I want Princeton to win bad, right? Like I would love to see Princeton make it to the Elite Eight. So I'm rocking with you. But at the same time, I think this is going to be the best team Princeton has played so far. Arizona, even Arizona winning that Pac-12 championship, I really was never super sold on Arizona. I mean, of course, I thought they were going to beat Princeton. And then also Missouri, I feel like is a very inconsistent team. This Creighton team is really good. They play in the Big East with a lot of competition. And they just got two really good games, measuring stick games against a talented NC State team and a talented Baylor team. I think Princeton's going to have to make a lot of shots.
Every time, not to cut you off, every time you make one of these takes, the team fucking wins.
I know.
Every time, bro.
I know.
We'll be like, we're going to go here, but I'm going to just tell you why the other team might win.
Because, bro, like, I think the hype, right, this Princeton hype train, and you want to ride the momentum, like you said, bro. They're hot. Why not pick them? But at the same time, Creighton is the better team, you know? Like, if this was a round one matchup, we would be saying Creighton all day. We wouldn't even think twice.
Absolutely.
So, but let's rock Princeton, though. Let's rock Princeton.
We rocking with the underdog, baby.
Yeah, let's rock.
Imagine Princeton fucking knocks off Creighton and then Bama.
If they knock off Creighton and Bama, I'll sell my house.
Receipts.
All right, moving on, bro. We had the Fairleigh Dickinson upset. I mean, this was bigger than the Princeton run. Everybody was, hype about this, bro. And we touched on this a little bit as well about these 16 seeds, and it happening twice in 5 years. We weren't big on Purdue, but we didn't think the smallest team in the tournament would knock off 7-4 Zach Edey.
Soon as we gave Purdue the respect, soon as we gave them that little bit of fucking respect, they go right back to the Purdue of old, man.
Right back. Who we thought they were, bro.
Shit crazy.
And then FDU plays a Florida Atlantic team that's been rolling.
Am I missing something with them? With Florida Atlantic? Like, what am I missing?
They just been playing well, bro. Remember, they were ranked nationally. So the committee and the NCAA was giving them love. They won their conference. I think this is a team that's just quietly riding under the radar. They don't have a lot of pressure. Memphis has some pressure with Penny, and they also won their conference tournament. Again, they're just a better team. Like, if we seen Florida Atlantic and FDU in the first round, we would say Florida Atlantic. They got through Memphis. I thought that was a tough one. That was a game winner. They had to get by Memphis with, so that was a tough game. I don't think
FDU played them tough.
They did. I don't think they can beat Tennessee. But
I agree, bro.
Yeah, you agree. And I thought Duke would be in this position right now. I'll let you talk about that Duke game because I know you was riding Duke heavy to the Final Four.
I had Duke all the way in the Final Four. He's talking about crushing my heart. But looking at that game, Tennessee was very physical. They was getting after the defensively, very long, very athletic. I think that was too much for Duke, and I think this will be too much for Florida Atlantic. It's kind of like like with the Creighton Princeton matchup, this is going to be the toughest foe that Princeton's seen. I think this is going to be a very tough game for Florida Atlantic. You get Memphis, who you could coin flip that game, but I think they won that pretty easily. And then you get a team like FDU, who arguably wasn't supposed to be there. And then I think now you run into a battle-tested Tennessee team. So I'm rolling with Tennessee on this one.
Absolutely, bro. And Tennessee's a better team than Memphis, but that wasn't an easy win. They had to win that on that layup.
For Memphis and Florida Atlantic?
Yeah, it was a game-winning layup on Florida Atlantic. So, and that was a tough game. I like Memphis a lot in that matchup. But I think they got through that one, and then they beat FDU. But I think the road does come to an end. To touch on Duke, I thought Duke would win this game because Tennessee is missing their starting point guard. And I thought that would hurt them. But Duke's inexperience, I think, showed. They have some young players on that team. And their coach is still getting his feet wet, right?
And they don't have that. I feel like they're missing that guy. I know college is a team game, but each team has that guy. Like, whether he's a undersized point guard, it could be a small forward, maybe a big. I forgot their power forward's name. I'm a fan of him.
Filipowski?
Yeah, Filipowski. But just certain things that I expect a little bit more from him. So
Duke could be back. Like, I don't think Filipowski and those guys will enter the draft. I forget I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on that point guard name. I've been saying his name all year, but I'm drawing a blank.
Not Wheeler, right?
Nah, but I think he may leave. I think he's a senior. But Filipowski will be back, and Duke always has a great recruiting class. So they'll be back. And John Shire will continue to get better as a coach. All right, moving down to this Kansas State Michigan State matchup. Two teams that I don't think I had them really in the bracket. I gotta go back and check, but you know how I was riding that Shaka Smart and Marquette
absolutely
wave, and they lost to Tom Izzo in Michigan State, another coach I like. This was two coaches who like the way they coach their programs. And Michigan State won that game, bro. I think making like 2 threes, bro. Like they didn't shoot well at all. Marquette's a team that puts up a bunch of points. I think they averaged like 80 points a game. Michigan State put the clamps on them, 60 points. Michigan State just was, hitting on all cylinders that day. And then that other matchup with that Kentucky-Kansas State. I thought Kentucky would pull that out. I thought Oscar Tshiebwe would kind of be the difference.
He was dominating. Oh, my God. Yeah. He had fucking 67 rebounds.
Yeah, bro. I thought he would be the difference to pull Kentucky over that game. But Kansas State, man.
It comes down to the guards. And I know the transfer from Florida, shout out to him. I just heard about his story last night, his journey. So it's good to see him back out there.
Absolutely.
He had a huge fucking shot to put Kansas State over the top. But that guard from Kansas State, and when them little guards, when they get going in the tournament, bro.
Yeah.
You look at that momentum, bro. And it's Shabazz.
Yep. It's that snowball effect, bro. They start feeling like, man, this is my time.
Absolutely,
bro. Fire lit under them.
Raise that motherfucking draft stock.
Yes,
I think this is going to be a tough matchup for Kansas State. Just based off, I'm not riding with so much of Michigan State's team. I don't know if they still got Rocket Watts. That's the only player that I'm really familiar with, but I'm big on Tom Izzo, man. I feel like
me too.
He's built for March.
Yeah,
like he is built for March, and I think this game will come down to coaching. I mean, the players still got to play, but I'm going with Michigan State on this one, bro.
Me too, bro. So I'm going 7 seed Michigan State. Like you said, the Tom Izzo love. It's the same way I feel over here. And I just think it'll be a tough game, bro. I can see this being like 65-62. It's going to be a low-scoring defensive game, and I think Michigan State just pulls it out in the end. So I'm rocking with them there. All right, bro. We got to flip. Go to this other end of the bracket. We got Houston and Miami. A Houston team that I didn't think would make it this far. I thought Auburn would beat them. I was watching that game like on and off because other games was on, but I was paying attention to the score, and Auburn was up like 10 at one point. And I'm like, oh yeah, Auburn gonna beat Houston.
Yeah, I said the same thing,
bro. And I did something. I forgot what the hell I did. I took out the trash or some shit. And I looked at the score, and Houston was up like 10. I'm like, God damn, that shit happened fast.
I said this too when I had it's a take before that we did, and we was asking which number 1 teams, how do we think the number 1 seeds would fare?
Right.
And I felt like Houston was poised for a deep run, but this matchup with Miami, I don't know, because Indiana played Miami well.
They did.
Drake played Miami well.
They did.
So I feel like Miami's a little bit battle tested. I want to hear your take on who you think could come out of this matchup, man.
My initial thought was Miami, but I think I'm just like the fact that I had Houston losing in the previous round. I think some of that is weighing into this that initial decision to pick Miami. So I'm gonna try to take that out of it, right? And I'm just gonna look at it at face value. Houston's a team that's been playing really well. They play defense. They got the guards to match up with Miami. And like you said, Miami will keep teams in the game. They can't do that with Houston. You see Auburn. Auburn needed, when they was up 10, they needed to go on a little run, hit 2 threes, take it to 16, and kind of stomp on them. That's what Memphis did in that conference championship game. So I'm going to regroup, and I'm going to say Houston is going to win this, even though I had them losing in the round of 32.
I agree, too, bro. And another team you called right here, you did call Auburn. We went with Iowa.
Yeah.
But you said Auburn. You said Auburn's going to win this game.
Yeah. I liked Auburn, but I thought Auburn would be in this position playing Miami this coming week. But, it's the bracket. It's March.
You know how that goes.
All right, now we got this Xavier Texas game. Bro, this is going to be a hell of a game. High scoring. It's going to be fun to watch. You got this Xavier team who put up points. They beat Pittsburgh handily. And then you got Texas, who this Penn State team, they took it to Texas A&M, bro. They beat the brakes off Texas A&M. They looked like they was poised to even beat Texas at a point in time. And I was like, oh, shit, I had to turn the game on. But I think the better team did win, although, I was like kind of rooting for Penn. Like if Penn State won, I wasn't going to be mad, but Texas was our national championship prediction.
Yeah, fact.
So I didn't want them to
game.
go out. Right, exactly.
Bro, what? I was looking at that after Duke had took their. I was like, oh, don't do this to me, man.
Real rap, though.
Shit.
Real rap. So, but it worked out perfectly. Now we got the Texas Xavier matchup, which is going to be very interesting.
I'm going to go with the political side of this. I think a Houston Texas matchup.
That sound right.
Crazy. That sounds.
That just sounds like it's supposed to be like that.
It makes sense.
Yeah, that's destiny.
I'm not saying that Xavier can't win this matchup, but
right.
I gotta go. I'm on the political side of this one right here. I'm going Texas,
and we got to stick with our our national champions. This
Absolutely,
is we had winning it all. So why stop now? But you're right. That Houston Texas Elite Eight game sounds fire. So we're gonna rock through that.
Crazy.
Now moving on, we got Kansas. Arkansas and UConn.
This was weird to me. Like this matchup, I'm not. I can't say I'm all the way surprised about UConn, but Arkansas. What am I missing?
Bro, Arkansas is a team that's been inconsistent all year, and that's why I kind of had them losing to Kansas, a team that was firing on all cylinders. But again, bro, it's March. They just figuring it out, and a win like that will get the ball rolling. You know what I mean? It'll get the ball rolling, bro. UConn is a team that I like their guards. They got the big guy, Sanogo, and they got the 7-footer coming off the bench. So they got them some size. But this is a toss-up, bro. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this game is like they're going to make the UConn the favorites, but this game could be like a 1.5, 2-point favorite. I haven't checked the line yet. But I don't know. I give you the call on this one, bro. I'm 50-50.
I'm sitting there looking at the line. It's fucking UConn minus 105. Arkansas plus 105.
I figured, bro. I figured it was going to be a pick 'em, bro. This is going to be a good game, too.
I mean, bro, I think, and this is no offense to St. Mary's, but you know they playing that fucking 11 o'clock at night conference. And I think, coming off, like you said earlier, coming off a win against a phenomenal team in Kansas, I just can't help to be. I'm hyped as if I'm playing on the damn team with them, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Arkansas on this one, bro. I gotta ride with the momentum.
I agree with you, bro. I think beating Kansas, they're like these teams get like reborn, bro. Like when you get a big win like that, these teams get that spark, and they like, you know what? We just knocked off the defending national champions, right? Blue blood in Kansas. UConn has played Iona and St. Mary's. Two good teams. We give respect to them, but it ain't Kansas. And then let's not forget Arkansas also knocked off Illinois, who, if you put Illinois and St. Mary's in a game, I mean, I think you would it wouldn't be an automatic St. Mary's pick. So, yeah, I agree, bro. I think Arkansas can pull this one out. I think they had the tougher path, and they set up to.
They might punch UConn in the mouth early. You see UConn play Iona, St. Mary. No real. When you get hit with that test early,
right?
Play a scrappy Illinois team, and then you run into the heavyweights in Kansas, bro. You know what type of momentum, bro.
Facts. And I can see Sanogo getting in foul trouble early here. In this game, like you said, Arkansas just taking it to them, and they'll kind of dictate the pace of play and play the game that Arkansas wants to play and win this. Or maybe high scoring as well. I can see this one being up there.
We'll see, man. Shout out to the Razorbacks.
Yes, sir. Last one.
Ah, man, you was right there last night.
Gonzaga, UCLA. Everybody know I've been riding this TCU wave. I didn't think they would escape Arizona State, though. I thought Arizona State was playing really well. TCU got a game-winning bucket to win that game. So that lets you know how close that game was. The reason I started tailing off of TCU as we got closer to March was because they lost Eddie Lampkin. I mentioned that. Their big man, I think he's their third best player in their starting lineup. He had some personal off-the-court stuff, and he left the team. He didn't show up to the Big 12 tournament or none of that. So I started, not liking them as much. And then when I found out they had to play Gonzaga next, I'm like, this is a team that's also hitting their stride. And they were in it for a while, but the better team, you seen Gonzaga just figure it out. They're poised. They're well coached. I think I've seen
experience on their side too.
I think I've seen
I'm a big
like
Drew
8
Timme
straight,
fan.
Sweet 16, some crazy stat I've seen. But yeah, Andrew Timme was dominant.
Speaking of Gonzaga, quick note real fast. I was talking to my man's, shout out my man's Angel Santana. You know my Angel, I brought him down to your bachelor party. And he, I was like, man, I missed out on FDU because I was talking to him early in the day. I said, bro, either Purdue or Gonzaga's going to lose today. I don't know which one, but one of them's going to lose. So after Purdue lost, he writes me, he's like, bro, I'm telling you, these Grand Canyon boys can hoop. He was like, look, bro, this shit had me rolling. He was like, they can hoop. He was like, he said, really look to, take them. I was like, all right, bro. I was like, I'm about to look at the game now. I hung up the phone when I looked. The Gonzaga was up like 72-55 on Grand Canyon with like 5 minutes left. So I wrote him. I was like, bro, didn't you tell me the game started at 9:40? Like, what was you talking about?
Yeah, bro. I like the way Grand Canyon play in their conference. But playing a team like Gonzaga, bro,
that's a little too much firepower.
Yeah, a little too much. And then, on the other end, we got UCLA. Another team that I've been riding with heavy. This is gonna be we got some good Sweet 16 games. I'm gonna let you give me your take on this game. I think this Gonzaga team is maybe the least talented of the ones in the last 3 to 4 years. I do think they play well together. I do think Drew Timme's a hell of a player. I can see this being a low-scoring game. I can see UCLA slowing the pace down. I like Tiger Campbell and, the forward, what is it, Jaquez, I forget his name. I'm riding with UCLA. I'm sticking with my guns here. Gonzaga could, win this game, of course, but I'm going UCLA, but let me hear your thoughts on this one.
I slightly agree and then I slightly disagree.
Let me hear the disagree.
Just because I feel like with Gonzaga being in the spot, like you said, this is not the most talented one, but they have been playing together and they are rolling right now at the right time. Mm-hmm. I think experience is going to be a key in this matchup. Can UCLA pull this off? I think they can, but like my heart's telling me like Zaga's going to get this done. I think Drew Timme is going to have maybe one of his biggest games of the tournament. Mm-hmm. Ryan Nat senior experience, that the captain of the squad, the head of that snake. I'm leaning towards Drew Timme in this matchup, man.
I get you, bro, and that's why I said Gonzaga could very well win this game. But UCLA has that leadership, bro, with Tiger Campbell and the forward who probably gonna win. I think he already might have won Pac-12, but yeah, I keep drawing a blank on his name. It's like Jaquez, I forget his name. Mm. But these are two guys that's been in the tournament.
Was they on that national championship team?
They were.
I know they didn't win the championship, but they lost. But
they were. Tiger Campbell, the one with the hair. You know Tiger Campbell.
Yeah.
They got some guys, man. And I like the way they're coached. This is going to be a good game. It's 50-50.
It is. We're going to go with you. Let's go with you on this one. Let's go with UCLA.
Yeah. You get the next one.
We have them in our other bracket as well. Yeah. In our first one. So let's ride with this one.
And you'll get the next one. But go ahead. We're gonna move on. Jump right into it, which is Arkansas UCLA. matchup.
And
I'll let you go with this
immediately. I'm going with UCLA.
Okay, yeah,
I think
too.
if they beat Zaga,
Gonzaga,
then I think they can really take this somewhere.
Facts. I agree. We don't need spend too much time there. I think that Gonzaga game is the winner of that game will advance to the Final Four. That's the Final 4 right? Yeah, the winner of that game. Now we got Houston and Texas. I'm not just saying this because I had Houston out in around the 32, but I'm rocking with our national championship pick. Texas balling. Go ahead.
I'm on the other side of the fence.
You gonna switch our national championship?
Oh man, I'm sitting here trying to think. I gotta go back and watch the video. I'm like, who did we have Houston losing to?
I think I might have persuaded you with that Auburn there, Joe. but no,
I don't know, bro. Like I had stated before, bro, I just feel like Houston is really poised for a deep run.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wasn't able to catch much of Texas, but I have seen a lot of Houston. So it's hard for me to go against them right now in this matchup. I think they're rolling. I love that one guard that they got.
Sasser.
Yeah, so I'm on the Houston side of it.
We're going Houston. You gave me the other one. You gave me the UCLA Gonzaga. We're going Houston, but I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again, though. You ready? Texas will win this game. Texas will win this game, bro. Texas will win this game. Bro, we rocking. I'm rocking with you. All right, on to the other side.
Who we got over here?
We got Alabama and Princeton. I don't think hats off to Princeton if they make it this far. Alabama's way too much, bro.
Just a lot of firepower.
Yeah, they way too much.
I agree. I don't think we could take too long on this one unless, you get a text from me at halftime of this game like, should I hammer this Princeton money line?
And I'm going to text you the same thing I text you in the Purdue game, bro. I'm going to be like, hell no. They're going to have to show me. They got to make me believe this. All right, and then we got this Tennessee-Michigan State game.
Woo!
Man, woo! I'm riding with Izzo.
Yeah, I was about to say Izzo poised for a Final Four bid, man.
At this point, I'm riding with Izzo. They knocked off Marquette, a team that I was big in Marquette. They knocked off USC with Boogie Ellis. If they knock off Kansas State, I think they can knock off Tennessee without their point guard. Again, a close game.
How long is he out?
I think he's done. The tournament? I think so, bro. I'm not sure the severity of the injury, but I haven't heard anything about him returning. So, you on board with the Michigan State?
I'm on board with Michigan State, man.
Izzo.
Like my man B-Gal said, January, February, Izzo.
Yep.
April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December.
Real right. All right. Now, I'll let you pick a side, and you give me your take, and then I'll pick a side. What game you want in this Final Four matchup?
This is beautiful teams, man. And Duke was my team that I seen doing this, but I think Michigan State is halfway there of doing it. I'm gonna ride this Michigan State wave on Alabama.
Give me the breakdown.
So I'm going Michigan State. I think coaching is gonna come down this. I think the defense of Michigan State could come up big in a game like this. I feel like one of Alabama's stars, either Quinterly or Miller, might have a tough shooting day. I'm hoping that they not. I hope everything goes well for all players. But I think Michigan State turns a lot of heads here and make their bid into the national championship game. And on the other side here, I'm going Houston. I think Houston finally, after making noise over the last 3 to 4 years, I think they finally make their bid into the national championship game. So my championship game is Michigan State and Houston.
I love that. I love that you're on the complete opposite end of the table from me, because I think Michigan State, like I said, they beat Marquette making 2 threes. I think their perimeter shooting struggles sometimes. It might have not been 2. Maybe I'm misspeaking, but it was a low amount of threes, right? They didn't score a lot from the perimeter. And I don't think that's going to be enough against Bama, bro. As much as I like Izzo, I just don't think that's going to be enough, man. I think Bama is playing so well. I think they overcame some things this year, and I think they're going to put up a fight. But this is a Michigan State team that couldn't even win the Big Ten with a team like Purdue, who we didn't have faith in, a team like Indiana, who's out, a team like Penn State. The whole Big Ten is out. They were out early.
They're the last ones rocking.
They're the last ones rocking.
7th seed.
And they're 7th seed, bro. I just think Bama's going to be way too much. On the other end of the spectrum, this is going to be a hell of a game, too. I'm going to be honest. This one's kind of just my heart in this one. I've been loving the way UCLA plays defensively, offensively. They get to their shots. Their coach, I love the way they're coached. I think Houston, again, this will be a tough matchup for them, man. I think this will be the best team they played, and it's a team that has experience. Houston really doesn't have that much experience that UCLA has. So my national championship at this point would be Alabama and UCLA. I'm gonna give you the Michigan State one.
I appreciate that one. That's the one I wanted.
I'm gonna take the UCLA.
UCLA.
All right, but again, receipts. Alabama will win this game.
And Houston will beat UCLA.
All right, we got to agree with something here. So let's go national championship game.
I think Michigan State's right.
You right.
No. I think it comes to
it's
right
over.
Here. I think if UCLA can knock off Zaga, get into the Final Four, and knock off a
Houston.
team like knock off a team like Houston,
that's a hell of a path.
I don't think nothing. And then to get back there after they had lost already with guys that have been there and they took that loss, so they kind of like, even though they didn't win, they know what it takes to win.
Right.
I can't see UCLA losing this matchup if they was to get down there versus Michigan State. So I'm going UCLA.
Yeah, I would agree with you with this matchup. I think Michigan State, this will be another competitive battle. Izzo going to throw out what he can. But I think UCLA, it's experience. I think, they're going to find a way, man. I love the way this UCLA team plays, especially defensively, bro. You got to be able to shut somebody down, and then they can put points up if you need be. They can play the type of game you want to play. And I think that's important here. And I think UCLA will be the national champions.
Let's get it, man.
But don't sleep on this team right here to the right.
UCLA.
Don't sleep on this team, Texas. Peach then threw them out in the trash already. Like we ain't picked them to win the Natty.
I didn't even think they was gonna play Houston. What come first, Houston or Texas? Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas.
All right, we're gonna see,
man.
bro.
Best time of the year, baby. Best time.
We're gonna keep it going, and when we get to the Final Four, we're probably gonna do a recap and see how our projections laid out, and then make our picks for the Final Four. Hopefully, we at least got a little bit right, so we can have some bragging rights. But
shit, Furman came through. I'm like, oh, we looking good, and that shit.
I know, yeah. Like everybody else bracket in the United States of America.
Once Purdue, it was funny because I seen something. Once Purdue lost, that was the end of any. There was no more perfect brackets, and that just showed how many people that just, damn, like really nobody had FD winning this game.
And it's like I said, bro. It's like Virginia lost as the 1 seed to a 16 seed in Loyola Chicago, but we just thought that was the first time it happened in history. Like for me, I didn't think. All right, I'm picking it. It happened. Now it's going to happen again. That's 5 years ago, bro. It's never happened again. But I bet you going into next year, this bracket, it's going to be a lot of people like, all right, let me look at these 16 seeds.